What is going on, Wolfpack? Savage here. Today we're going to be diving into some viewer submitted trios gameplay, and of course this will be our first night mode review ever. I for one love the night mode. I'm going to be honest, I did not think it was going to work. I played night mode in other battle royales and it was just a camp fest. It was a nightmare. It sucked, but it did a real good job of the lighting and everything kind of pops still, so it's pretty nice. Before we get into the gameplay, subscribe to the channel today, join the Wolfpack. Also, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's get this video to 700 likes, boys. And as always, if you guys are tired of playing by yourselves and you're trying to find other teammates to play with, make sure you join our Discord community and use those LFG pages to your advantage. And on a last note, please do not slay me for being a Cowboys fan in the comment section. I think this season alone has earned me the right for some sympathy subs, okay? Just feel bad for me, please. It's my curse to live. Now, because it's trios, throughout this entire gameplay, I'm going to be analyzing the use of teamwork, how they engage gunfights as a team, and also how they communicate and are able to rotate the circles as a team. I find that a lot of people try to jump into quads and trios and they just lack teamwork. Even if they have a 2, 3, or 4 KD, they just can't seem to pull off the wins. And it's usually because, well, even just because you're playing trios and quads doesn't mean you're actually a team. You got to start operating with a teamwork mentality instead of just going off solo dolo. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. Holy shit, I'm a Cowboys fan. God damn it. Here we are spectating Sammy Sprinkles. I love the name. It just reminds me of a dirty strip club in the middle of New Orleans. You gotta love it. Anyway, of course, we are out here towards this area of the map. I don't really know what to call this area. It's a little bit south of Promenade. I don't believe it has a name. It does not. Hills. It's kind of hills. We'll go with that. All right, but Sammy is trying to hawk down the vault. Guys, if you know the code for this vault, it's easy loot. A lot of people like going here. We spectated a gameplay last week where this is exactly where they went to. And there were 3 teams that were trying to fight it out. So here they are trying to go here. Now, normally I will try to avoid going bunkers as a personal preference. However, you get access to it early in the game, it's 100% worth. But if you find a key card or something like that, you know, 5-10 minutes into the match, just chalk it up. It's not the time for you. Now, the great thing about these isn't the guns, so don't waste too much time trying to look at the guns you want to pick up in this and that. I mean, grab a decent weapon, but the main part about coming down here is getting the money, the satchels, the dead silences, the perks, the hopeful kill streaks that you might be able to get. Things like that. Again, the guns don't matter that much. I get a lot of viewers submitted gameplay where they sit here and they'll waste a lot of time in here. They'll sit here and pick up a gun, they'll look at it, hold it up to the heavens, and hope that God blesses it. And they'll know about, you know what, shit, I don't like this, and they'll put it back down, and then they go to the next gun, they hold it up like it's, you know, Symbol on Pride Rock. It's not that serious, guys. Just grab a gun that you can use and roll with it. This man just leaving with his fist. He don't even care. You know why? Because he's going to get his free loadout. Not only that, but if there's a buy station nearby, guess what? You can also buy your loadout. Look at the money they're sitting on. Almost $30,000. All right, we do have a sniper right up top on the hill. He could go ahead and get the vehicle and splat this poor SOB, but he's going to grab his weapons, which is definitely a smarter option, and get an easy kill. Okay, so here's the thing about shooting at helicopters, and I'm glad that we have this gameplay and the enemy was really doing this. Because a lot of times you guys send me gameplay, and even my teammates do it from time to time. They'll sit there and they'll shoot at the chopper and not worry about what's around them. Remember, guys, 9 times out of 10, choppers are going to be baiting shots. And if you only see one person in the chopper and you're playing trios, guess what? He most likely has teammates nearby, and you should definitely be scanning the area instead of tunneling the chopper and hoping to get an easy down. But the moral of the story is, do not tunnel up and focus on a helicopter if he's not in immediate danger. So because the enemy did that, of course, now he's by himself, and you know, his teammates should honestly be on his ass. His teammates should have been like, bro, get back here. What are you doing? You're being an idiot. But unfortunately, his teammate almost had the same fate. He just exited the left side of the building. Now it is nighttime mode, so look, I'm not going to hawk down on your awareness, okay? Again, it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit harder to spot things, but there's a guy over here, left-hand corner, just something to be aware of. And again, nighttime mode, I'm not gonna harp. Not gonna harp, promise. I muted the video, rip.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not perfect, boys.
Take off in the chopper. Try to distract him.
All right, now that range, actually, I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad he's shooting this range. This range right here is optimal range for an MP7. This is why I prefer the MP7 instead of the MP5 when I'm sniping. Now, the enemy really should not have peeked right there. The enemy, I mean, clearly you just busted his armor, so the enemy's armor had to have been a sliver. Right? Had to have been a sliver. If you're in the enemy's position, he should have rotated in the building, gotten one of those windows, and then put shots on our dude Sammy. But for whatever reason, he re-peeked the exact same area he was just shooting at, and lo and behold, got his plates broken. I'm really surprised he didn't go down. But guys, you get in a gunfight and you're peeking a corner and you get really, really messed up and you unpeek to do whatever, don't re-peek that same corner. Change your position. Go around the right side of the building. Go up in the second floor, shoot out the window. Go in the bottom floor window and shoot. I definitely wouldn't recommend that, but anything's better than re-peeking for sure. For sure. And still, this guy's here just holding the same exact angle. You need to confuse the enemy.
Nice.
I'm not sure exactly where he got shot from, but his teammate was there to back him up. And I like the way all his teamwork works, right? You were flanking from the right-hand side and your team was right on your ass. They weren't up your ass, but they were close to your ass. That way, when you got down, they could clean it up and get the res off. This is a perfect use of teamwork. Too many times people go off in solo dolo by themselves and their teammates are off lollygagging, you know, picking mushrooms off the trees and stuff and chasing little leprechauns around the trees. And it doesn't make sense. It's not teamwork. It's not good use of teamwork. So this is a really good use of teamwork. I know, again, for a lot of you guys who play squads and shit, this seems pretty basic, but trust me, all the games that I spectate, all the times that I die and I decide to spectate the team just because I need a moment to cool off, dude, this shit happens all the time. All right, now he's not using a sniper and he's using an MP7, and that's great too. I mean, MP7 is a goated weapon. I love the MP7. I think it's underutilized. Close range combat, MP5's definitely got a little bit more, you know, punch to pack. But at the end of the day, dude, because of the fire rate of the MP7, they're virtually neck and neck. I say virtually, kind of. Don't do that, boys. Don't do that. Yo, what are the odds? Sammy legitimately jumped out at the perfect time. If he would have jumped out, they'd all be wiped. Holy shit. All right, but we got guys on the bank and we've got guys on yellow ping too. Could be the same team. Probably is, but you want to play these fights as if it's two different teams because we don't know for sure. And we've also got a guy on, look on the mini map. We also got a guy on this building. So you got to be very careful on how you push this. You guys want to push together. You want to push fast. Whoever's got the sniper on the team, I believe it's orange if I'm not mistaken, whoever's got the sniper needs to be on point and he needs to be aware, because if you're running across this open field to get safe, because you're going to have to regardless of what happens with this fight, and someone peeks one of these rooftops, you're going to need a quick pick with that sniper in order to get safe. Now, of course, that just depends if they peek. If they don't peek, then you're fine. But in most hardcore lobbies, they're going to peek and you're going to have to be on point with your sniper. I always recommend every team run a sniper. Trios and quads, there should always be one person that's a sniper. That's just, in my opinion, probably the best play, because there's always that moment where you need to get that one pick in order to push to safety for whatever reason. If no one's running a sniper, granted, ARs are super powerful, but there's nothing like getting a nice headshot, downing an enemy, and having his teammate distracted with getting the res off to go ahead and allow you guys the opportunity to push in the open. Now, as far as the enemy's concerned, you know, our team right here didn't really call themselves out, so that enemy probably had no idea we were here. But again, if you're sitting on a rooftop, you need to make sure your body is safe. The fact he was sitting on the very top ledge was very, very bad idea. One, because you can get shot from both sides. You're 360 degrees of getting jacked up, right? But if you sit on one side of the roof, you're only 180 degrees vulnerable, because you have the rooftop angle, the tippity top sitting right here, and you're protected from, well, essentially the side we're on, right? All right, so when it comes to this building in front of us and bank, these two buildings are very easy to push. Bank has two entrances to the top. You can go up the ladder on the left-hand side, and you can also go up the staircase, which I definitely don't prefer, but you can push from two different angles. So if there's a camper up there, he can't watch both ways. Also, same with this building, you have a doorway right here, doorway right here. Usually, if there's a team camping here, they're going to be camping together. If that's the case, again, two of you guys can split up and y'all go up the staircases and clear it out together. Because there's multiple ways on top of the roof, definitely don't deter from pushing these buildings. But we do have a teammate down right now, needing to be rezzed. I always tell you guys, if you're sniping, make sure you're on a high ground of some sort or a window or something. You don't want to be sniping out in the open on the ground, because if our boy, I guess Slays is the one with the sniper, but Slays was on the roof, and because he got downed with the rooftop ledge, he was safe and they couldn't execute him. If you're sniping a lot on the ground and you're wondering why you're getting executed a lot, it's because you're vulnerable. If you would have downed the guy, if you would have downed Slays on the ground, he would have instantly executed him. So again, just small, minute things like that I'm gonna start pointing out, because there's a lot of people that I see make these mistakes all the time.
One's broke.
What's really confusing to me right now is the fact that you literally killed the dude's teammate to the right and he was still focused on bank. A little confused right there. A little confused. Theoretically, you guys are kind of in a bad spot, honestly. Sammy and well, Slays is back on the rooftop, so I won't say Slays, but Sammy's out in the open, vulnerable as hell. And he's fighting two different teams, and the reason I know it's two different teams is because those two guys were shooting at each other. Duh, right? So you have essentially 5 enemies, maybe, that could look at you. We've only gotten 1 kill, and we don't know where the other teammates are. So I'm gonna say there's 5 potential targets somewhere here, right? Now, again, these buildings right here have multiple ways up and down. I don't know what the heck this guy's doing, man. Because of how fast you can be downed in this game, as you see right there, he was down in under half a second, right? And it's just the way the game's designed. But because of its design, when you peek corners like the enemy just did, you want to make sure you're barely peeking. I mean, theoretically, you only want to show your arm and maybe a little bit of your gun, right? You only want to barely peek it. This guy was just all the way out here, just his entire body exposed. So when he got shot, he was dead before he could even make a move. I swear to God, every lobby I get in is a slide canceling Timmy John Becky Boo out there. Hey, look at that. Good use of drop shotting and absolutely blazing this man down. Did he even hit you, fam? Hold up. I'm sorry. I got to cut that off. Oh, he did. He got 1 hit. Dude, melted. Melted. Love it.
He's one shot.
Same situation that I was saying on the rooftop. You know, we had this guy vulnerable, and I like the fact that you jumped out there to get the shot off, but because of the distance and because of, you know, all the corners in between you guys, I would have definitely played the corner of the bus. I wouldn't have jumped out there. I would have just barely peeked it, maybe mounted to get the shots off. That way, if I got damaged and my plates got busted, I could sidestep and replay it up. All right, but, you know, we died. We went to the gulag. We actually lost our gulag, but our teammates were able to buy us back, and now we're back into play. Kind of. We have a pistol, but, you know, we're hopeful. We're optimistic. We're not dead, so it could be worse. I have no idea what this guy's doing. I don't know why the enemy's landing there. There's no objective there. There's a buy station, but if you're coming back from the gulag, you're definitely a broke-ass bitch. So I don't understand that at all. But because we got enough money from the search objective, from the scavenger, we were able to afford another loadout drop.
Self-res?
Now, I'm not sure. I was about to say, I'm not sure exactly where your other teammate is. I don't know where green's at right now. I see orange. Oh, wait, there's green. Green is way away. Too many times people go off in solo dolo by themselves and their teammates throw off lollygagging.
Grab the cash. It's in there.
All right, so in close quarter fights like this, especially when the circle's about to close in on you, you guys need to play the building like it's your bitch. You guys need to play the hell out of it. And what I mean is get the crap out of there, right? If you have a gas mask, you can probably sit up on the top floor, peek the window and shoot people as they're running in. But our teammate here, Sammy Sprinkles, does not have a gas mask, so he needs to make his way out of this door, which it looks like he's doing. Work around the side of this building and just gatekeep whoever's coming in.
He's got teammates.
With your teammate in the position that he's in, his health being completely chalked, he's got 20 HP left. He's got 20 HP, means he's a one tap, no armor plates. At this point, how I've been saying, you guys need to keep yourself a little bit safer instead of jumping out there and exposing yourself just to protect your teammate. This is the time that I ixnay that entire thing. You want to grab the corner of this wall right in front of you, and you want to kind of peek out there. That way they don't hawk him down, because I guarantee you the guys know how many shots they hit. They know his armor's broken. They know they're able to hit him a couple more times. They're probably all screaming one shot, one shot, one shot. So they're going to turn that corner and absolutely blaze him down. So you need to put yourself out there to protect your teammate. It may get you messed up, but again, it's better than teammate dying. Now, I don't like this at all. This is because, one, the corner he's looking at, also mentioned looking there, he might be there, but then we have the bus as well to the left hand side. So again, I would play the wall. It's safe right now. The gas is no longer moving in. You're fine. You want to put yourself out there, but you don't want to put yourself too out there. What's that, guys? It's a guy behind the bus. And this is exactly what I was worried about. So we knew there was a guy here. We ran out of the corner, but where's his team? Of course, behind the bus. Unfortunately, it looks like our dude is going to go down.
And there's another one on his
and because of our teammates plating's position, he went down as well, but there's also another enemy behind him. Not really that much of a surprise. You can't really predict that because y'all were focused on another team.
They got the res off. Tell me, where are you? Oh, team behind.
Yeah, that is a great question. I have no idea what green is doing. Too many times people go off in solo dolo by themselves and their teammates throw off lollygagging. This is what I was talking about when I did the intro of this video. This is exactly what I was talking about. I really wanted to emphasize the use of teamwork and sticking together and not running off going solo dolo. Fortunately, yellow was able to win his gulag and we were bought back. So, I mean, it ended up working out. We were able to come back. However, that fight could have handled itself completely different if we had all 3 teammates, right? And also now we have to come back in with no loadout drop, unfortunately. So we're going to be, you know, we're kind of forced again in this position to do things we may not want to do. Now, I love scavs. I love going for flag objectives. I love going for all the objectives, supply runs, things like that. That's fine. But you don't ever want to be forced to do them. What I mean is coming back from the gulag, being bought back over and over and over again, and just essentially having to start over from a pistol again, right? Getting objectives on your own free will is different because you analyze the area, you're like, okay, this place is clear, let's go ahead and grab it, and let's go to the next one. And then y'all guys have the time and the patience to work yourself to the next objective and get it done. But if you come back from a gulag or you get bought back and you come back with a pistol, you have that sense of urgency sitting on your shoulders. And when you have that sense of urgency, you start playing a little crazy. You start playing a little chaotic with a little bit less sense of security. So you end up dying a lot more. Again, that death probably could have been avoided if you would have had your teammate there. And I'm not trying to...
There's people here.
That's exactly what I was saying with this sense of urgency, right? We're coming back. There's 50 players left on the map. This is on the edge of the circle. Now, let me ask you guys, if you guys had your loadout and everything you needed, would you come here? No, you wouldn't. Why would you come here? Your teammates are up. You got guns. You got things. No, you would not come here. This is what I mean by it's bad when the game forces you to get objectives, right? You want to get objectives. You just don't want to be forced to get objectives because asshats like this are camping it. God, I hope you can play this, man.
On the free buy.
That's unfortunate. But we're bailing from the fight, and now we're heading to the compound in front of us. Now, these compounds are usually occupied. It's on the edge of the circle. There's a buy station here, and even just in general, they're usually occupied with people camping in them. Those red buildings right there where the flag objective's at, I don't know what the hell I just hit. This building right here is no matter where they're at. If it's in-game or mid-game, there's probably someone camping here. Don't ever just walk up and think there's not somebody there, because there usually is. But we're here now, and again, I'm not against the idea of them bailing from that fight up there on the hill because of his weapon situation. Now, what I'm not a fan of, it happens right when I'm saying it, is the guy sitting on the rooftop right here with the helicopter trying to get shots down range. Now, because you're on the rooftop, you are vulnerable from anyone that you're shooting at. So even if this guy wasn't here shooting you in the back, what if the guy in front of you that you're shooting at had a sniper rifle and you go down? Well, yeah, you have a self-res, but again, you don't have a ledge, you don't have any ridge, you don't have anything protecting you from the guy if he did shoot you, or even this dick farm done right here, and you'll get executed. So hopefully Sammy Sprinkles can come in for the save. He does, gets the headshot, and it's an instant. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Look, I can get you.
All right, he just said I can get you. Perfect. Now, I want you guys to watch this. This is a tactic not many people know about. Can save a lot of lives and save a lot of time and also a lot of money. If they complete this, watch what they do. Oh, he did a 360 on him, baby. Yeah, I thought you could have missed that. I'm not gonna lie. So as you're falling down, if you can get right under his body and go ahead and engage the res before he hit the ground, it's a perfect way. As you saw, he was levitating as he was getting res. It's a nice little glitch to go ahead and utilize and benefit from. But of course, the guy you're shooting at, or maybe even another team, is sitting in the building in front of us. Again, this compound's very, very active normally, so I'm not really surprised there's so many fights going on right here. What I am surprised about, first and foremost, is the guy you killed had thermals on. This is another reason why I prefer iron sights and or the VLK, because this big ass cluster of ugliness, you can't see crap. You know, there's a huge gap between the scope and what you can see and the outer perimeter. So I don't like this at all. And I want you guys to see, you cannot physically see this guy, period. And again, that's just another reason why I just tell you guys, stop running thermals normally, right? Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
One shot.
Not to mention, when this game does get abused with thermals, everyone's gonna start running cold-blooded anyway. I don't recommend running cold-blooded in this mode either. I'm not doing it. I don't care. I really don't feel like I've been dying to people with thermals more than at any time before. But if you do run a thermal and they do have ghost on, you're also hindered greatly. So I, again, am not a fan of thermals. All right, I want you guys to notice he threw the loadout drop inside the building. And it went on the rooftop, and instead of climbing up the roof to be vulnerable, you can get it from the ceiling just by looking up, quickly jumping, and right when that indicator pops up to go ahead and hit X or whatever button it is for you to loot your drop, depending on your system, go ahead and hit it, and then you can loot your stash through the roof. But to our favor, we do have a helicopter, and the circle is rotating up the hill. Hopefully he will pull up his map longer than that, and we can analyze and see where to go. All right, let's look at this circle. let's look at the circle and let's break it down, right? Where would you guys want to go? It's easy for me. Firehouse. You got to get Firehouse. You got to obtain Firehouse at all costs and win the game. If you guys get this area, even if the circle dives this way, you could utilize the bridge to push it easily and then jump off the bridge. And because of this hill right here is not that much of an angle they can shoot you from. So that's exactly what I would do. If you do decide to go here and the circle does shoot towards fire station, you guys have nothing. You're not safe. The circle being closed, you can't get to the bridge. You have no access to it. So you'll have to run essentially in the gas. And even if you have the gas mask, I don't know if that seems like a really far distance. So again, because the bridge is favored on our side of the circle, on fire station side, that's where I would be. So Firehouse is definitely the choice. We're going ahead and get our ghost classes, which is definitely this late in the game. I wouldn't say it's that drastic of a need because of the circle's position. You're either going to be A, on the bridge, B, down here where the loadout is, C, fire station, or D, across. So having ghosts isn't going to protect you because there's enemies are going to be able to narrow down where everybody's at. There's not that many buildings. But if you want to get it, feel comfortable, that's fine too. Now, we do have action happening above us at fire station, but they're on the edge of the circle. They're not actually in fire station yet. So I would go ahead. Your teammate fell, rip. So I'd go ahead and hurry up and get to fire station, man. You also got another enemy here. So if you can get on the rooftop of fire station, you can get 2 easy team wipes.
Shots there. I think we need to get kind of like right there, I think. I dropped an AI.
I definitely would not go blue. Sammy, I just told y'all, don't go there. And he's like, hey, this is where I want to go. No, don't. That's not where you want to go.
Grab a loadout that has an AR. Grab a loadout that has an AR.
Look, I'm going to be honest right now. There's a lot of comms going on of grab this loadout, grab this. I want this weapon. This is too much time wasted. Coming here in the first place wasn't that much of a need. I feel like y'all had good enough guns to win the game. Sitting down here, allowing other enemies to go ahead and rotate to these buildings first is exactly what I want you guys to avoid. If y'all absolutely need weapons, you got to get the loadout fast. Land where the loadout is, all jump out, grab your loadout, jump back in. It's a 10-second process, legitimately. We have been here for over a minute and a half right now. And still we're just waiting.
Get in.
And now there's an airstrike on us. And if you don't get out of here right now, this chopper is chalked. And so are y'all. And this is exactly what we want to avoid. This is why I always tell you guys, when you go to loadout drops, you got to get in and get out. Y'all should not have been here for a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes now. That's too close for comfort, brother. Now, you need to get to fire station again, as I've been saying. I would not engage this crap. Don't fly back and forth. Don't sit here and try to antagonize the enemies. Y'all need to get out. These guys below you are dead, right? They're dead. Oh, but the Savage, there's a zip line going up top. Even if they hit the bridge, they're dead. They're not coming up. They're not getting safe. And lo and behold, the circle rotates to fire station. Effing weird, boys. But you guys need to get...
Dip the chopper and go like right there.
No, do not dip the chopper and go right there. It's out of bounds. The reason I would not go there is let's let the map come back over.
That's pretty exposed.
Yeah, your teammate's 100% right. That's very exposed. So if you guys do decide to land here, guess what's going to happen? When the circle does force you out, you have no cover out here at all.
I think we should
It's just openness. You have a little bit of a rock to protect you from this side, but again, fire station has a clear shot on you. No trees, no rocks, no hills, no ridges, no buildings, no nothing. This is a very, very bad spot. Now, should it have been favored? Should this entire ridge be favored? Yes, it would be a good spot, but it's not favored. It's out of bounds. Sorry, Charlie, this is not the play.
dip the chopper and go like right there.
You guys need to get fire station.
That's pretty exposed. It's just better than most places here.
He's not wrong. So it's decision-making processes like this that really change everyone's outcome at the end of the game. And, I'm kind of glad they're sitting here debating where to go at. Look at the totality of the situation. Ask yourself, what happens when we get forced out of here? Exactly what I've been explaining. So I would rather land fire station because it is safe, because it's the last building safe, and fight people. We have a chopper. We can easily get on the roof. And we know that nobody's on the top of the roof because we were flying around it. Right? We know that nobody's there. We know that nobody's on the roof. If there's people at fire station, they may be in the tower, or they're on the second or first floor. They're not on the rooftop because we flew past it 30 times. So this is definitely the position. I'm not a huge fan of this at all. This may actually get them killed. They may actually lose the game because of this. I don't see any scenario where they survive this at all. Not to mention, they're flying around a chopper, so everybody's sitting there looking at them.
Up here. Popping an armor box, popping it.
Got a headshot and got an armor break. That's unfortunate, brother.
Armor box.
Let's head for the safe zone.
There's only one guy in this building.
I don't know how. Okay, so if you're in the enemy's position, if you're here, right, and you saw a helicopter flying around on a mini map, you heard it crash over here in the hills where we just landed at. If I was this team, I'd be peeking these windows. I wouldn't just be peeking, getting headshotted. I'd be blazing these guys down. This team should not allow us to push out of a bad spot to get the safety. Regardless of them getting safe, I still stand to what I said. They should have got on the rooftop, cleaned up all the kills in the perimeter. There were two different teams, and also been able to push in and kill this team as well. That way, they're in a safer position. It's a smarter play. They get more kills.
10 meters.
We're pushing in right now. Oh no, the double. The double. What a bitch. If I had to imagine, he's probably on the roof or he's in that little room upstairs. We never did check the room. I don't know where he was at. He's on the rooftop. Okay.
I'm getting on the roof.
Yeah, I like the fact that you went in the gas. You weren't afraid to get in the gas to get a better position. Rooftop is definitely the better position.
8 meters.
Now, let's look at the circle. Let's look at the team. We got two teams left. And we're on the slower side of the circle. We're on the smaller side, so it's the slower moving side. If you guys didn't know that, the bigger chunk moves faster than the slower chunk. The team on the dam is going to be forced off the dam or from out under the dam before we're forced off the building. So we're awesome in that position. We'll be able to knock these guys out and have them exposed before we have to expose ourselves. The only thing I'd be really worried about is this area right here. And again, the perimeter of this building, because yes, we got a kill, but there were a bunch of teams shooting here. So there's probably a solo, a duo, or a trio. There's probably a couple stragglers hugging the walls or the ridges and something like that around us. So you want to be very careful. All right, there's a knock right there. It's not a team wipe, so be very careful. You got to give it up for the enemy, dude. He went in with a pistol and he worked his ass off. You got to give him props, bro. All right, now it's a team wipe. It is a 3v2. And again, look, all of you guys left your position to fight, and that's fine, but you want to make sure you're playing this wall in front of us. You want to make sure you're utilizing this wall to get the guys coming off of the ridge. Or off of the dam, rather. There's this little head right there. Boom. Weird.
They're right there.
He keeps jumping up, jumping down, jump up again. This isn't Fortnite, bro. Stop bunny hopping. Oh, bunny hop right into his death. Wait, where does his teammate go? Sammy, thank you for submitting the gameplay, brother. I really enjoyed spectating and commentating this entire match. There are a lot of lessons to be learned in this gameplay. Now, I know it was a little hard on you guys, so to speak. But there are a lot of mistakes being made as teammates and rotation decisions and things like that. But again, it's a learning experience. I've been playing Battle Royales for over 4 years. So I've kind of just memorized exactly how circles rotate and kind of just judging the RNG factors of where I would rather be should the circle favor a different position. So that's something that's just going to come with time or from watching the videos. But again, Sammy, y'all did a great job. You got the win. Good stuff. I did not think I were going to survive jumping out on the hill, but it worked out, man. So props to you, man. GG's. Thank you again, brother. If you learned anything from this video, please let me know what it was in the comment section below. Also, you guys have been giving me some great video ideas for the upcoming weeks. So if you guys have any ideas you'd like to shout out, make sure you let me know in the comment section as well. And again, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, join the Wolfpack today, leave a like on the video, and join our Discord community to find other and better teammates. Guys, y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching. Until next time, boys. Good luck in Warzone. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you check out one of these two videos over here. And again, for the third time, subscribe by clicking the button over there. You have a good one. Until next time, keep on improving.